there! Welcome back to another update video where I'm going to talk about the things that happened back in October, which is already over a week ago. So the spooky month of October did offer a lot of spookiness, but I didn't wind up watching all the movies that I wanted to watch and everything like that, but we'll get into all the details of it, okay? Before I get into all that, hi, if you're new here, I am Frida. I run this channel called Frida Tales, and here I talk about scary things, funny things, writing, and the really intense and hopefully possible dream that I have of becoming a full-time writer sometime. But we're gonna jump right in with the first question, and that is what I am currently working on. Last month I talked about that I was working on my spooky season stories for this year. I am still working on them because I was planning on like posting them on my blog, all the stories, but as I came up with more ideas for them and as I saw them develop, I saw that I didn't just want to release them like quickly. I feel like the potential in all the stories is going to be really wasted if I just do that. So I am currently working more on them because I really like the ideas that I came up with this year, and I definitely see myself working on this further. So now the goal is to finish all of them and then compile them into a short story collection, because I think the stories are unique and really cool, and of course on the spooky side of things. So I'm excited to just like delve deeper into the matter. Maybe some of them will actually turn into bigger and longer stories. The next question is, what memorable moments did I have? And the first thing that comes into my head was I visited a really good friend of mine, and I visited him in the town that I used to study. So I've lived there for 4 years, and that's why it's kind of weird to be back in a place that you've kind of like left behind. But anyway, it was really nice meeting him. We winded up watching Twilight and New Moon, so I'm kind of like, that's a little bit of a spoiler on which movies that I see. But that was awesome. Yes, hello, editing Frida here. I forgot to mention that I was at a Halloween party, which was really, really fun. And I dressed up as Maleficent, and that really does deserve to be showcased here. So yeah, anyway, back to the video. The next question is, which movies did I see, and shows also. And I will make a picture right here that you can see the entire list of all the movies if you want to screenshot it or something, because I watched 16 movies this month, and I am currently watching 2 shows that I also started or / continued. But I want to talk a little bit about some of the movies I saw. And one is a classic movie that I've never seen. It's the original Halloween movie. I really, really enjoyed that. I have mentioned this so many times already, but I really, really like the 80s aesthetic, even though this was made in 78. That like camp type horror movie is such just like the perfect match for me. I love the vibe, and Michael Myers, how we're like introduced to him. And then another movie that I have not ever heard of is called Deadstream. Was that the name? Instead of Livestream. So it's about a YouTuber who has been cancelled because of something he has done. So he's like made an apology video and stuff, and now he is now monetized again on YouTube. So his videos consists of him doing crazy stuff, like really like a jackass type deal, challenging himself. Now his next challenge to like get viewers back is that he's gonna go to a haunted house and live stream there. And you know, it turns out the house is really, really horribly haunted. And it is a horror comedy, so it's gotta like, you know. And then I saw a movie called Hellfest. It's about a group of teens going into this carnival, scary, labyrinthy costumey type place where people are dressed up and they're like scare you and stuff. And you go through mazes and you have to, it's kind of like escape rooms everywhere. There's one person going around here killing people, and these teens are trying to tell people about this, but they, you know, no one believes them because everyone is like, no, it's just part of this. But, you know, there's actually a guy murdering people. Like all the sets and everything, I Googled it, and apparently this is a real place and it looks freaking amazing because, you know, making all of these sets just for this movie would be insane. And I did see Five Nights at Freddy's in the cinema, and I'm not too familiar with this like universe. I didn't love it. It was really weird to see Peta in another role than actually Peta. The story was really thin and too obvious. You know, I was just like sitting there thinking, is that really the way we want to do this? Then the next question is, which books did I read? And I have not finished a book that I started last month called Dead Silence. I think it's because I am reading it on a screen. I'm reading it on my books app. And I'm having troubles finishing something that's on a screen. I prefer having a actual physical book. It's about a crew that finds a really old cruise ship. It's in space, by the way, and this ship has been missing for 20 years, so they board it because there's a rule saying that finders keepers kind of. So they go in there and they see that all of the people obviously are dead, but something happened really quickly. They didn't die of starvation, of cold or anything. Something happened and they are trying to figure out what did happen. Someone or something is alive there. They see stuff. So I'm definitely hoping I am finishing it in November. The other book that I actually did finish is called Trigger Warning. It's a short story book. So it's got like 18, I believe, really short stories. Some of them are like 2 lines. On the back it says how long you will spend reading each of the stories, you know, estimated reading time. Like one of them is like 0.1 seconds. Genre of the book is kind of like a thriller, but I didn't find it that interesting or that exciting. It was a simple, easy read. Then next up we have my favorite question, and that is, what kind of music have I listened to? Last month I was super duper excited about this month's release, which is my favorite band's new album. Sky Hill, Out in the Moonlight finally came out, and it came out on Friday the 13th, which was my favorite day of the month. It's so good. I love the entire album in its entirety, but my favorite songs from it is From Dust and The Whisper. And then on the same note, the lead singer in Sky Hill also is in another band called Ninja Sex Party, which is also one of my favorite bands. They released a single called Let's Save the Earth, and that's also really fun. And they are releasing a new album in March next year, and I'm really excited about that. It's called These Nuts, okay? Okay. And then When is the Future by VNV Nation. So I'm adding all of these to my playlist, my monthly goodness playlist. If you want to check that out, keep updated on what songs I'm listening to. Next up, we have what kind of things were my favorite this month. And I have one major thing. I'm sitting on it right now, and it's a new bed. Oh my god, I finally got a new bed. My mattress was just like, I will add some footage of it. My mattress was so hard because it was 2 mattresses, and then I was like slipping into the middle of it, and then the mattress was just like clenched together. And I bought a new bed frame and everything. I built it almost myself. My dad had to help a little bit. It's amazing to feel actually well rested. And then the next thing, I got this just in time for October. This is the cutest thing ever. If you don't know what Sylvanian family is, you need to get on that, because this is like diabetes for my eyes. It's so freaking cute, man. They're like all in Halloween costume. I cannot bear to like pack this away and just leave it up for October. No, no, it's staying up all year. The next thing I've been loving is these earrings. They are little spiders. I have a picture of me modeling them for the jewelry shop that gave them to me. I love gold details. Next up, we have the question that is probably gonna be the one that is the most difficult to answer, and that is, what lessons did I learn? But I think the thing that I did learn this month is that it's possible that some things may progress and develop into something else than you originally thought. Like, that's me now with the stories that I started writing in September and, you know, planned on releasing in October. And now seeing that I want to work on them further and then hopefully finish them and have a finished product that I can send off somewhere for judgment. It's okay to change your mind, and it's really just like super duper healthy. Then the next question is, what kind of excitements do I have in store for next month? And this is also something that's probably gonna vary a lot, because in November, there's no specific event or thing that's happening that I have on my calendar. So I'm just gonna go real freaking general, okay? More scary movies. I'm gonna be better at just like turning on a movie and not like worrying about finishing it in that moment. If I see that I only have like half an hour, I can just watch the half an hour and then finish it off later. When you have a schedule like me, or you work all day and then you come back and you have like 5 hours, spend them wisely. And then I'm also excited about going for long walks at night with music in the snow, especially just like if it's like all pitch black. That's the vibe, yo. That's what I want. And then, okay, maybe one specific thing, if I can manage to do this, I have actually bought a capture card. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you can use a capture card to capture your screen and your gameplay. So the plan is, I have a Nintendo Switch and I have downloaded the scariest game from my childhood, and that is Resident Evil 4. I really want to try playing it. Like, this is kind of like a weird thing with me when it comes to horror, because I love watching horror movies. The most stressful thing ever to put yourself in it, you know, which is what you do when you play, because then you are responsible. Like, you are the one triggering the jump scares, you are the one making things happen, you are responsible for keeping yourself alive, which you are not when you are just a passive bystander watching a scary movie. I'm scared to do this, but I am actually thinking about recording gameplay and then uploading here, where I just like talk over the game. And I do have a friend that's interested in doing it with me, so that will be really helpful. So that might happen. So that's everything from October. I just hope that I can actually finish a couple of my stories and then be on my way to do something with them, because I am really just like making a short story book would be awesome. So that's everything for October. I hope you had a really good month, and I will be making more videos in November. Hopefully I will get on making a movie recommendation. Yeah, just stay tuned for whatever might show up somewhere. Bye bye.